Hi, Rebecca. Sarah from The Upcoming. A real pleasure to have you here with us in London. If you could give us a brief introduction to Hot Milk, for people who haven't seen it yet, what can they expect going in?
It's a story of a mother and a daughter and a lover in Spain, a coming of age of Sophia meeting Ingrid, who's this strange traveller. It's a strange and beautiful vision.
And obviously, a lot of the films you've worked on in the past, Disobedience, she said, Ida, definitely kind of seem to focus somewhere in the region of female dissatisfaction and rebellion. Why was Deborah Levy's novel sort of so alluring to you for your directorial debut?
I think because there were four amazing women in it, not just one, or one in the background, but four in the foreground. The mother, the daughter, the lover, the nurse, So I think that sort of Amazonian energy, but they're all contradictory. So the characters and the psychology, that was what appealed.
And it felt like it maybe shared some DNA with Maggie Gyllenhaal's Lost Daughter. And it feels like we are in a great era now where we are able to have these incredibly complex female characters and dynamics portrayed on screen in a way that we didn't have in the past. Do you feel like that might be true?
Yeah, I think in the 1930s you had complicated women, and then suddenly they were kind of like wiped out. You had the Barbara Stanwicks, you had these heroines, and then just, patriarchy took over for a while, and now it's being smashed. I mean, different, brilliant, brave women have smashed it over the decades, but I do think that now there is, a wave of young female filmmakers and older, and it's great.
What an incredible cast you assembled with Emma, with Vicky. I think Fiona's performance marginally might be my favourite. But what was it like bringing these women together and having them on set and portraying these really complex dynamics?
It was incredible. They're three very different actors, and they've just, each of them got such a force and energy. Obviously, Fiona has her theatre background. Emma's more screen, but she's absolutely forensic. Vicky has a bit of both, but they're all of them just very instinctive. And then we have Patsy Ferran, who's, one of our greatest theatre actresses. So it's kind of like just this melting pot of female energy. And within that, a lovely couple of men, Vincent Perez and Jan Gale. So it was just wonderful. I mean, I was euphoric.
And what I love about it is it kind of keeps the audience on its toes, even in what kind of genre of film we might be in. It's kind of like this sapphic, steamy summer romance, but then sort of quickly gets undercut by these very sort of harsh mother-daughter dynamics. There's lots of about trauma in there. Was that also something you kind of wanted to do? Maybe it's like wrong footers, not fit so neatly into a box?
Yes, I think we wanted to be elusive in a way. And I think even Matthew Herbert's compositions, his music, it's not narrative, it's not pretty. We didn't want anything to be pretty and holiday-ish. We were sort of working against the grain so that the landscape could be quite urban and the music quite flinty. And we just wanted something very muscular, and that's not necessarily a closed box. There's a lot of open end, and hopefully everyone will come away from the ending feeling differently to each other.
And I even thought the sound was so crucial to how we feel. I mean, the dogs barking, the sound of the mosquitoes, how she's often calling her daughter from somewhere else. So we see her reaction and she can't. So we often playing with the sound and our experience of what the characters are experiencing in that way.
The sound was incredible and designed by Rana Eid in Lebanon while they were in a war zone, so incredibly brave team who were just doing sound for our film while their country was in peril. But the sound is key, yeah. The barking dog is almost like takes the place of the inner voice, It's almost like it is Sophia in some ways.
And in terms of the takeaways, I feel like it's hard. It's about sort of trauma, how it lives in the body and how we can inherit it and how we face up to it. And if it's inevitable that we inherit it, or is there something we can do differently? Do you feel like that might be? Or it's for everyone to take away what they want?
Yeah, I think it's about, who can we love? How can we love? Can we love if we haven't been taught to love? So it's trauma, it's love, it's loss, it's all these things in a kind of maelstrom. And there is no order to it because it's messy, it's like life, But I think there's hope.
And finally, just one word about BFI Flare being here. What's so special about this festival in its 39th year?
It's just an amazing festival. I used to work here and everyone just loved this festival the most. It was joyous. It's about love. It's about freedom. It's a pure celebration. It's not about an academic judgment of anything. It's, people have their opinions, but it's just, it's pure celebration of film in every guise. It's beautiful.
Amazing. Huge congratulations on the film. Really enjoyed presenting it here at BFI Flare. Thanks so much.